Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum first year class. In continuation to chapter 3, I am your teacher Mrs. Hadija. Today we will discuss different types of instructions that a CPU can perform. We will discuss some general types of instructions with example. Otherwise, a CPU which is present inside every general purpose computer or computer we observe in our surroundings can perform a variety or range of operations, or we can say that they can perform different distinct operations, and it depends on its instruction set. It means that an instruction set which is specified in every microprocessor or CPU defines that how many operations a CPU can perform. Before going to discuss types of instruction, first have a look the definition of an instruction. An instruction is actually a group of bits or number of bits that actually tells the CPU what operation is to be performed on which data is the action will be performed. And the number of bits which are present in an instruction, it depends upon computer architecture, or it depends upon the classification of the computer. What I'm saying, that if a computer is a microcomputer, so most probably in modern microcomputers the number of bits reserved for an instruction are 32 bits, while computers or larger computers like mainframe computers can have 64 or even 120 bits as number of bits in instruction. Right. When an instruction is given to the computer in the form of computer program, it is stored at some memory location, and every instruction is also assigned an address, like an address is assigned to the data or operand or the value which is given or which is entered into the computer. And CPU fetch these instructions one after other and executes them, and we have already studied the execution cycle, we call it CPU execution cycle or instruction execution cycle, that how CPU fetch instruction from you can say that how many steps are there to execute an instruction. If a CPU fetch an instruction from CPU one after other, but it is not necessary that it execute the next instruction after the completion of first instruction. In modern computer, to speed up the performance and efficiency of processors, concept of parallel processing is implemented, and this is also called multiprocessing. You will study about multiprocessing in your second year class, and the implementation of parallel architecture organization, you will study this concept in your bachelor's program. Right. Today we will discuss some general types of operations or instructions a CPU can perform. First type we will discuss will be data transfer instructions with examples, and then we will discuss data processing instructions, and then at last we will discuss program control instructions. First types of instructions that every CPU can perform are called data transfer instructions. As the name shows, that these types of instructions are used to transfer data between the components which are present inside the CPU or which are part of the CPU. We have already discussed different components in our previous lectures, like input devices, output devices, and storage devices. And these storage devices may be present on the motherboard, and it can be external to motherboard, or it can be externally attached to the CPU. We also discussed different components of CPU, like registers, cache, and these instructions, which are called data transfer instructions, are used to transfer data between the components which is required for the execution of an instruction. We will discuss three most commonly used data transfer instructions included, and these data transfer instructions can be between register and memory, and register and input output devices, and between register to register. We will only discuss three examples of data transfer instructions. First type of data transfer instruction is move. It is sort of general purpose instruction, and it is used to transfer data from some memory location to register, which will come for processing inside the arithmetic and logic unit. And same instruction will be used to transfer the data or content or operand from register to memory, and this is also called write operation as well. And this instruction can also be used to transfer contents or operands between two registers. It means this instruction can be used for many purposes. Here's an example of move instruction. For example, if you want to transfer data from register A to register B, so we will write this command using an assembly language, move A comma B, where A and B are two registers, and they may contain two operands, and these operands can be addresses, and these operands can be values or anything other which comes inside the ALU for processing. On the other hand, load instruction is used for a specific purpose, that is that it is used to transfer contents from memory into a register. For example, if we want to add two numbers, or we want to compare two numbers, and we for this purpose we need some values from the memory. So for this purpose, load instruction can be used. Here is an example. Using this example, we can transfer some content which are stored at some memory location. MA stands for a memory address, and by specifying the memory address, we can load these contents into a register which is A register, and this register can be instruction register. It means the contents which are stored in MA can be an instruction, and the content can be address of this instruction, and these content can be data as well. As here A shows a general purpose register. Third type of data transfer instruction is store. Shortly we write STO in assembly language, and this instruction is used as we can say reverse of load command. In this case, we can transfer contents of an register towards memory location, and this process is also known as a write operation. In this, we can transfer results which are calculated by the ALU, and and we want to write or we want to send them towards memory on a specific location. For this we can use store command. Here is example. Here A is some register and this register can be AC, and we already know that AC or accumulator is used to store the result which are stored after processing into AC. And writing store command, these contents which are stored in AC register will be transferred to some memory location which is specified after the name of the register. Next instructions that we are going to discuss are data processing instructions. These are also called arithmetic and logical processing instructions, and normally these instructions are part of ALU, or we can say these instructions take place inside ALU. Because when we discussed ALU, we said that actual processing of instruction take place inside the ALU. So data processing instructions will be part of ALU. Data processing instructions can be divided into three types: arithmetic instructions, logic instructions, and shift instructions. Arithmetic instructions, we already familiar. Arithmetic operations may include addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, like finding square roots or finding exponents, and these type of operations can be performed by writing arithmetic instruction inside the CPU. If we assume that we are writing these instructions using assembly language, then the code will be like this. Add ADD is a specific word or keyword used in assembly language to add two numbers. And remember, arithmetic operations are actually binary operation in which we need two values, and these values can be stored in two registers, right? And secondly, the keywords or specific words which are used in assembly language are mnemonics. So we can say that, let me go back. The mnemonic or keyword used to add contents of two register is ADD, and this is for addition instruction. In this case, first register will always be a destination register as well. It means after adding the contents of AX and BX, which are two registers, the result will be stored into AX, and from this it will be transferred to the memory. For subtracting two values which are stored in some two registers, we will use keyword from assembly language SUB, which is for subtraction purpose, and in this case the contents of AX will be subtracted from the content of BX, and the result will be stored in BX. The other data manipulation operations like square roots or finding exponents and such other operations are also part of arithmetic instructions. Second type of data processing instructions are logical instructions. Logical instructions are actually used to perform or execute logical operations. The most common logical operations are AND, or not. In 10th class, we have already studied these basic logical operations. Logical AND is actually logical multiplication of two binary numbers, and logical OR is actually logical addition, or we can say binary addition of two binary numbers. And on the other hand, logical NOT reverse the binary value. Here we have an example, and we have example of NOT instruction. For let's see, there is a value which is stored in register A. This is the value which is stored in register A. First we have moved this value into register A, and then by taking the NOT of A will reverse these values, these binary numbers. Here you can see the result that will be stored into register A now, the opposite of the input which is given to register A. It means it has reversed the value which was already stored in register A. The comparison instructions, or we can say the instruction which are used to compare different values, are also part of logical instructions. In these instructions we can compare two registers having some content, and again these contents can be two operands or addresses or instructions. After loading values into registers, to compare the contents, we will use the command from assembly language CMP, and CMP is a reserve word, और we can say mnemonics, स्पेसिफिक वर्ड है जो कंपेयर करने के लिए यूज़ होता है दो रजिस्टर के कंटेंट्स को, और कंपैरिजन के बाद देन वैल्यू पे डिपेंड करेगा, देन कंट्रोल यूनिट विल जंप और शिफ्ट टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द इंस्ट्रक्शन. Shift instruction is another type of data processing instruction. In shift instruction, the values or we can say bits are either transferred towards or we can say shifted towards right, or they can be shifted towards left. And the four most common type of shift instructions are shift instruction left, shift instruction right, shift logical left, and shift logical right. And here are their keywords which are used in assembly language to execute or to write these instructions. In this example, you can see a group of bits, and after arithmetic shift, we can say left shift, the one is shifted towards or to the next position, and 0 is added at the first bit. The first bit here is called least significant bit, and the last bit is called most significant bit. You will discuss these concepts in your next classes, but while observing this example as shift instruction, you can see while shifting the bits towards left, that we are shifting involved in shift of towards left, all the bits are one by one shifted towards left, and the place of first one bit is taken by the 0 bit. So this is called left arithmetic shift. Third type of instructions that a CPU can execute are program control instructions. Program control instructions are actually used during either data processing instruction or data transfer instructions, and these are actually used to change the flow of an instruction. It means the instruction is executing in normal way, but sometime we need to transfer or shift or change, or we can say modify the mode of the instruction. For this we use program control instructions. program control instructions, or we can say the transferring control from one point to another, can be of two type: unconditional transfer of control and conditional transfer of control. जो unconditional transfer of control है वो normally हर instruction के दौरान जो है वो इस तरह का जो है वो ट्रांसफर कंट्रोल हो रहा होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर हम दो डिजिट्स और वी कैन से टू ऑपरेंड्स को ऐड करने के लिए हमने रजिस्टर्स के अंदर शिफ्ट किया है, देन आफ्टर एडिशन वी नो द रिजल्ट विल बी स्टोर इन क्यूमुलेटर. ठीक है, और उसके बाद वो मेमोरी के अंदर चला जाएगा. लेकिन अगर हम ये चाहते हैं और जाहिर है कि जो लास्ट वैल्यू है वो नए रिजल्ट को अफेक्ट ना करे, फॉर दिस वी हैव टू क्लियर द रजिस्टर, और हमें रजिस्टर्स को रीसेट करना पड़ता है. ठीक है, एंड इट हैपन्स ऑटोमेटिकली इनसाइड CPU, एंड दिस इज अनकंडीशनल ट्रांसफर ऑफ कंट्रोल. इसके अलावा जो है वो प्रोसेसर का जो रीसेट होना है आफ्टर इशूइंग कमांड ऑफ रीसेट, इससे भी जो है वो रजिस्टर्स जो हैं वो दोबारा इनिशियलाइज हो जाते हैं अपनी इनिशियल वैल्यू से, या कहना चाहिए ज़ीरो वैल्यूज़ के. इट मीन्स कि देयर इज़ नो कंटेंट इनसाइड रजिस्टर्स, और नए कंटेंट्स जो हैं अब रजिस्टर्स के अंदर आके स्टोर हो सकते हैं. इसके अलावा आफ्टर री स्टार्टिंग द कंप्यूटर जो है जब रीस्टार्ट द कंप्यूटर की इंस्ट्रक्शन जो है वो जाती है, तो उस वक्त भी कंट्रोल यूनिट जो है वो इंटरप्ट के सिग्नल्स और जो है रीसेट के सिग्नल्स जो है वो डिफरेंट डिवाइसेस को सेंड करता है, ताकि जो है वो मेमोरी को जो है वो रीसेट किया जा सके. एंड दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ ट्रांसफर हैपन्स यूजुअली ड्यूरिंग एवरी इंस्ट्रक्शन. But conditional transfer of control depends upon the program. It means कि अगर प्रोग्राम के अंदर given है conditional transfer of control, तब ही जो है वो conditionally ट्रांसफ़र होगा कंट्रोल. हम लोगों ने 10th क्लास में लूप्स और कंडीशंस पढ़े हैं. नॉर्मली कंडीशनल ट्रांसफ़र कंट्रोल के लिए प्रोग्रामिंग के अंदर जो है इस तरह की सिचुएशन रखी जाती हैं कि जब कोई कंडीशन अकर करे तो तब जो है वो कंट्रोल वहाँ से किसी और इंस्ट्रक्शन के ऊपर जो है वो जंप कर जाए. एंड सच टाइप ऑफ कंट्रोल इज कॉल्ड कंडीशनल ट्रांसफ़र ऑफ कंट्रोल. और नॉर्मली ये उस वक्त भी होता है कि जब एक ब्रांच इंस्ट्रक्शन जो है वो अकर होती है. ब्रांच इंस्ट्रक्शन एक ऐसी इंस्ट्रक्शन है कि जब एक नॉर्मल एग्जीक्यूशन हो रही है किसी इंस्ट्रक्शन की, बट वैल्यूज़ लेने के लिए या ऑलरेडी जो है कहना चाहिए कोई वैल्यू स्टोर है उसको कंपेयर करने के लिए दूसरी वैल्यू चाहिए, और उसको फेच करने के लिए CPU या कंट्रोल यूनिट कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन इशू करता है और वहाँ से उसको जंप करना पड़ता है मेमोरी पे. तो इस तरह की इंस्ट्रक्शन ब्रांच इंस्ट्रक्शन कंसिडर होती है. टू कॉमन टाइप ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस विच आर part of program control instructions are jump and loop instructions. Other are return and call instruction are also considered as program control instructions. जंप इंस्ट्रक्शन जो यूज़ होती है अगर जो है CPU को किसी कंडीशन की बेसिस पे जो है किसी और लोकेशन के ऊपर, यानी एक रजिस्टर से किसी और रजिस्टर के ऊपर या रजिस्टर से मेमोरी लोकेशन के ऊपर जंप करना पड़ता है, देन इसके लिए जो है वो जंप इंस्ट्रक्शन जो है वो यूज़ हो रही होती है. ऑन द अदर हैंड जो लूप इंस्ट्रक्शन है वो उस वक्त यूज़ होती है कि जब जो है वो CPU को कोई एक ही स्टेटमेंट बार बार एग्जीक्यूट करनी पड़ती है और उसके लिए भी वो बार बार स्विचिंग करता है बिटवीन द इंस्ट्रक्शंस. सो दीज टू टाइप्स ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शंस कैन बी यूज्ड एज प्रोग्राम कंट्रोल इंस्ट्रक्शन. और इसके अलावा रिटर्न की इंस्ट्रक्शन है कि जब कोई एक इंस्ट्रक्शन सक्सेसफुली एग्जीक्यूट हो जाए, एंड तक एग्जीक्यूट हो जाए, तो उसके बाद वापस कंट्रोल जो है वो या मेमोरी पे चला जाए तो या फिर रजिस्टर्स के ऊपर चला जाए, तो इसके लिए जो है वो रिटर्न इंस्ट्रक्शन जो है वो एग्जीक्यूट होती है. इसके अलावा जो कॉल इंस्ट्रक्शन है वो नॉर्मली जब सीपीयू को अपनी इंस्ट्रक्शन को एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए कहीं से कोई डेटा चाहिए होता है या उसने कहीं से डेटा फेच करना होता है मेमोरी लोकेशन से, तो उसके लिए वो कॉल की इंस्ट्रक्शन जनरेट करता है. राइट. After these topics, you will have an assignment. For your assignment, you will read the content you have studied up till now, and you will mark important points. And secondly, you will attempt these 4 questions from your exercise, and these are short questions, and I hope you will find them answers in your book, and otherwise you can take help of my presentation. And that's all from today. I hope you have got the concept of types of instructions. If you have any queries, you can ask me in our subject group.